Ahead on Q2, shot in broad daylight.
All of a sudden, I hear up top, I just saw him grab, it looked like his neck, and there's just blood pouring out everywhere, and his eyes kind of rolled back.
Charlie Kirk, a rising conservative political activist, shot dead at an event. But first, baby fight night?
It should have never happened, period.
A Billings daycare at the center of a disturbing viral video is now being sold as the owner looks to move forward. The MTN 430 News starts right now. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Andrea Lutz. For the first time, a Billings daycare owner breaking her silence after her daycare center was at the heart of what some called a baby fight night. The incident happened 16 months ago at Bibs to Books in the Heights when a viral video showed toddlers encouraged to brawl by the staff. The daycare then shut down, but the owner is speaking out tonight. Our Matt Carmack has the story.
After 36 years of operation and 1 year of closure, Bibs to Books Daycare in the Billings Heights is officially on the market for just under $500,000. Inside the daycare sits a time capsule from May 2024.
I still deal with the guilt.
Now shelves of unopened toys abandoned, a result of a situation owner Linda Thomas never expected to happen.
It was bad. I think that's what ended me up in bed for a year. All that stress.
She's referring to a viral Snapchat video that completely changed everything. Baby Fight Night.
I was being nominated for Daycare of the Year in Billings. I was one of the nominees, and then that happened 2 months later.
Hold that little boy down.
In the video, two toddlers begin brawling one another as they're coached by nearby daycare staff.
I feel guilty that I wasn't here. I'm supposed to be here to save and protect these children, and I wasn't here.
Linda was in the hospital at the time due to health concerns and was unable to supervise the staff at the time of the video, something she says she deeply regrets.
Every single person that participated was off the clock. They shouldn't have even been here. It should have never happened, period.
The video went viral, leading the Department of Public Health and Human Services to get involved. This is the room where the incident occurred. According to the DPHHS investigation, staff involved in the video were caught on security footage minutes prior to the incident, saying this room would be well hidden from cameras. According to John Ebelt, the communication director with DPHHS, the state did not close the daycare. Instead, the state issued a deficiency citation for the incident and created a mandatory support plan, which would entail the state to regularly check in with the daycare. Additionally, the plan required for the daycare to work alongside a family support program. However, before those actions were taken, Linda closed the daycare due to her ongoing health issues.
I wasn't done, but my body was.
Now 1 year vacant, Linda is ready to sell Bibs to Books as a full daycare unit. But that decision comes with hesitancy and sadness.
I don't want to sell it as a house. I don't want to sell the toys. I want to sell it as a daycare.
In the Billings Heights, Matt Carmack, MTN News.
Passenger rail in southern Montana just picked up more steam with another county climbing on board. Sweetgrass County is now the 19th member of the Big Sky Passenger Rail Authority. The announcement comes as the group holds its annual conference in Livingston. Well, possible routes include connecting Billings, Helena, and Missoula before the train heads west. Yellowstone County has yet to join the authority, even though the city of Billings has signed on as a partner just last year. Charlie Kirk, the controversial and conservative political activist, has died after being shot at an event at a Utah college. Tareen Small is following the story from the White House tonight, where the president has gotten word of the violence.
It happened in broad daylight at an event at Utah Valley University. As Charlie Kirk addressed the crowd, a single fatal shot was fired.
I hear up top, I just saw him grab, it looked like his neck, and there's just blood pouring out everywhere, and his eyes kind of rolled back.
This video shows security rushing 31-year-old Charlie Kirk to the hospital. The panicked crowd ran for cover.
It's traumatizing. Like, you know, it scares. Like, I don't even want to go to school tomorrow.
President Trump confirmed the death on Truth Social. Kirk was a rising star in conservative politics and a fierce ally of the president's. He was a co-founder of Turning Point USA, which advocates for conservative politics on university campuses. Well known to CBS News chief Washington analyst Bob Costa.
I have covered Charlie Kirk for a long time, have spoken to him at so many political events over the years. This is someone who has galvanized conservatives across the country. He is seen as someone who was really able to gather the Trump movement, especially those under 30, and make them into a force.
Students streamed off campus as news spread, and from both sides of the political spectrum, lawmakers condemned the shooting, calling for an end to political violence. Torian Small, CBS News, Washington.
Kirk was scheduled to speak at Montana State University in Bozeman less than 1 month from now on October 7th. Kirk's fall schedule is packed with visits to university campuses. The October 7th event in Bozeman is scheduled to be one of 9 stops on his American Comeback tour between today and the 7th. Kirk is no stranger to Montana. He was last in the Treasure State in September of last year, rallying with Tim Sheehy on the University of Montana campus. He also visited MSU in Bozeman in 2019 after receiving an invitation from the school's college Republicans. President Trump is set to speak with Poland's leader after Russian drones breached its airspace, the most serious cross-border escalation since the war in Ukraine began. And with Poland a NATO member, the incident could draw in allies. Bradley Blackburn has more from New York.
Polish police taped off the site where they were inspecting a Russian drone. Overnight, NATO quickly scrambled fighter jets to shoot down multiple drones over Poland's airspace. No one was hurt, but a house was severely damaged.
Allies are resolved to defend every inch of Allied territory. We will closely monitor the situation along our eastern flank, our air defenses continually at the ready.
Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk said words alone aren't enough.
I słowa tu w żadnym wypadku nie wystarczy.
He invoked Article 4 of the NATO Pact, which says allies will consult each other whenever the territorial integrity of one member is threatened.
We see what Putin is doing. Yet again, he is testing us. Yet again, we will stand firm.
President Trump responded on social media saying, "What's with Russia violating Poland's airspace with drones? Here we go."
Putin is interested not just in Ukraine. He's interested in retaking what is the old Soviet Union. He wants to go after Moldova. He wants to go after Poland.
Senators say they want to move forward with a sanctions package, which they have been sitting on.
At some point, I think we have to punch back, and I think that point's now.
Trump reiterated an American pledge to help Poland defend itself during a meeting with the Polish president last week. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Crew members of the Navy's newest fast attack submarine, the USS Montana, are touring the state this week. Commander John Gilligan and his sailors stopped in Great Falls as a part of a visit connecting the sub to Montana. The Virginia-based sub is based at Pearl Harbor and can handle missions ranging from surveillance to Tomahawk strikes, even supporting Navy SEALs. The tour is designed to help crew members learn more about Montana's people, history, and culture.
We're incredibly proud of the ties that we have with the state of Montana and the support of the USS Montana Committee and all the Montanans that we meet. Those close ties help build our culture on board and make Montana a unique place to live and work.
The crew toured the state capitol, and they'll wrap up their trip Saturday at the University of Montana's Military and Veterans Appreciation Grizz football game, where the crew will be introduced on the field.
Here's a live shot looking off towards our friends around Cody, Powell in Park County, Wyoming. You see the clouds and the rain showers trying to make it down to the surface here this afternoon. And here's where those streaks of moisture are continuing to move in. Seeing a little pockets of heavier rain, some thunder and lightning around some of those storms, a little activity into the Cody foothills, and a little bit happening for you at least over towards Gillette and into Campbell County in Wyoming. So the showers and thunderstorms starting to move up a little bit more under this southwestern westerly flow. As far as smoke goes, we haven't had a lot as far as air quality issues. The yellow shaded areas were in the moderate air category and looking better from Billings to the west and south. Details on the forecast coming up.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is vowing to investigate vaccine injuries, but the move is raising new questions for parents. Stephanie Liebergen looks at what's happening with vaccine access in Montana and how a federal decision could bring changes.
With turmoil at the CDC, questions are swirling about vaccines and who should get them. While some states are banding together to ensure Americans don't lose access, others are working to eliminate mandates that have been in place for decades.
California, Oregon, Washington, and Hawaii are launching the West Coast Health Alliance to provide unified recommendations. The alliance says it will safeguard scientific expertise, and the states will coordinate their health guidelines based on advice from national medical organizations. Other state leaders are also making moves to protect vaccine access in the face of potential changes at the federal level. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signed an order to ensure the COVID-19 vaccine remains available. New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed a 30-day executive order making it easier for pharmacists to prescribe and provide the COVID-19 vaccine. Ohio's Republican Governor Mike DeWine and his health director are continuing to promote vaccines as safe and effective. But Florida is going the other direction, and it became the first state to announce plans to end vaccine mandates in schools. A proposed rule change is underway to lift requirements for hepatitis B, chickenpox, and pneumococcal diseases such as meningitis. That could go into effect in early December. Eliminating other requirements like vaccines for measles, polio, diphtheria, and more will require a change in state law. Medical experts say the Florida Surgeon General's announcement runs counter to decades of public health advice.
He is representing the medical freedom movement, which is to say, I'm going to do what's best for my child. I don't care about how that affects somebody else. Whereas in public health, you do care about the person next to you. And I think President Trump alluded to that.
On Capitol Hill last week, senators grilled Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. about his view on vaccines.
I understand some medicines harm people. Some of them have risks. Some of them have benefits that outweigh those risks for certain populations. And the same is true with vaccines. And we don't understand the risk profile.
After that hearing, President Donald Trump said he likes that Kennedy is different. But the next day, the president expressed caution about rolling back vaccine use.
You have some vaccines that are so incredible. And I think you have to be very careful when you say that some people don't have to be vaccinated.
Next week, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices will meet. It will be the second meeting since Kennedy fired the 17 previous members and handpicked their replacements. The panel is scheduled to discuss vaccines for COVID-19, hepatitis B, measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox, and RSV.
If the advisory panel recommends any changes to the vaccine schedule, those changes will need approval from the CDC director. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News Group, Washington.
The Federal Aviation Administration is warning airlines about the risk of lithium batteries on board planes. In a safety alert, the FAA said that batteries could malfunction and start fires. Lithium batteries can be found in cell phones, laptops, e-cigarettes, and hearing aids. The agency says it's tracked 50 verified battery-related incidents this year through August.